Getting closer to beds and hearts.
At 1 with Catherine Boyle.
BBC 3 Counties Radio.
Now, in a way, I suppose you could say that my next guest's gesture originally was a romantic one. Back in 1990, you see, his wife helped set up a charity, and her husband, my guest this afternoon, had the idea of supporting that charity and supporting his wife by organising a sponsored bike ride. Now, the publicity and interest that bike ride generated was far beyond anyone's expectations and served to really get Headway South Bedfordshire on the map. Didn't realise it back then, but he would be in charge of an event that people wait every single year for. It's Bill Duperouzel found himself in charge of one of the most popular annual bike rides in the area, and I'm very pleased to say that he joins me now on the line. Hello there, Bill.
Hello, Catherine. How are you?
I'm very well indeed, thank you. So it all started off with your wife saying that she wanted to get involved with the charity, and you said, well, I can help you out with that.
Yes, she had the idea of forming this charity where she recognised there was a need in South Bedfordshire for a head injury charity. And at the time I was doing the London to Brighton bike ride for the British Heart Foundation, which I did for 3 years. And as a consequence of the experience I gained on that, I thought, well, maybe I could organise a bike ride for a worthwhile local charity. And why not do it for Headway South Bedfordshire? So in 1991, we had the very first bike ride, 50 miles from Leighton Buzzard to Brill and back. And that was a humble beginning. And here we are 16 years later, with a choice of 3 routes to choose from. And now we have 150 riders each year participating in the bike ride, which is a lot of fun.
That's fantastic. And considering all the different sort of publicity stunt type events people do all the time, you found that this is something simple and something that people have really latched onto.
Well, I mean, I've always loved cycling, and who would have thought that you could cycle for fun but raise money for a worthwhile local charity, like the brain injury charity in South Bed.
So where did your wife's interest come into that particular field? Because there is, as you said, there are so many fantastic charities. You were doing already work for charities that meant something to you. Why did your wife take that step, getting involved in something like head injuries, and also in such a big way? I mean, she was instrumental in setting up the South Beds branch, wasn't she?
Well, she was working for the social services in South Beds at the time and recognised that when people were discharged from hospital with a brain injury, that there was no real facility in the community to care for them. So with some friends at the time, Danny Lumsden, Laurie and Val Rust, together with Teresa Goodman, they were, in essence, the co-founders of the charity and got it established back in 1989.
And things have grown somewhat since then, haven't they?
Oh, very much so. They now have a fantastic facility in Cardiff Road in Luton, Headway House, and they have an enthusiastic staff down there, volunteers that come in, and they offer a whole range of services and interests for those who can pop into the centre, and they also have services in the community. So it's grown tremendously in 17 years, and it's a full credit to my wife Janet and to all those who have played a part over the last 16, 17 years.
Now, of course, you're one of those people. I mean, did you do it for Janet, or did you do it because you also felt strongly about Headway? Did you do it just to be involved in something that your wife felt so passionately about in the beginning?
Well, I didn't get involved with any charity activities until I was 42. So life for me didn't begin until I was 42. But because of the love of cycling and the experience I gained on that Brighton run, I thought, well, with my experience and my skills in administration, I thought, well, I could organise this bike ride. So I think it was her inspiration that steered me in the direction of doing something worthwhile. And then, people who were benefiting from the proceeds that were raised and the increased awareness equally were the great inspiration drivers that kept one going, because one could see it was not only increasing the awareness in the community of the existence of Headway South Bedfordshire, but also it generated much-needed boost to funds so that they could actually afford to buy equipment and to do a lot more in terms of offering different facilities than they might have otherwise have done without the funds.
So tell me about this glittering awards ceremony you're going to on Wednesday. They say there's no such thing as a free lunch, and this is true because you've worked darn hard for this.
it's beyond, I never could have expected. But I gather there are 12 award winners across the country who are attending the luncheon at the Dorchester at lunchtime on Wednesday. Our good friends Laurie and Val Russ will be with us, with my wife Janet. So we're looking forward to that. So there should be about 250 people there. But I gather from the 12 award winners who will be presented with a prize and a certificate, there will be announced on the day an overall winner for the UK. Mm-hmm. That name and that person doesn't know yet until the day.
Well, I hope I'm speaking to him right now. I mean, this is because of your work over the last 16 years, and I know that you won't take all the credit for it yourself, but it all seems a bit dreamlike, the fact that you've been nominated for this award and that they've seen what you've done as outstanding.
I mean, really, I could never have expected in 1991 when this all started that it would come to this. So, I mean, I really have to pay tribute, and I'm very grateful to all the support that I've received and the bike riders received from all the volunteers who have helped over the years, the enthusiastic staff at Headway House in Cardiff Road, the sponsors, and also the British Red Cross in Leighton Buzzard. But above all, I would like very much to dedicate the award that I'm going to receive, let alone the national one, and who knows who's going to win that, but I'd like to dedicate it to my wife Janet for all her hard work and inspiration that she's given me, to enjoy the bike ride as I have over 16 years, and I'm very grateful to her for all her hard work and inspiration. So we'll enjoy the fun on Wednesday.
We'll find out from you whether you get that top prize, but it's kind of immaterial really, isn't it? You've already won.
Oh, yeah.
You've already won. Thank you so much.
Grateful to everybody at Headway and all our friends and everybody who's helped.
Thank you very much indeed to Bill Duperouzel there, very modest man. And that's a romantic gesture, wasn't it, they just made there. 08459 455 555. Give us a call with things like that have happened to you. A romantic gesture someone's made, and it may just be an acknowledgement like that you've been fundamental to the way their life has gone. It's a big gesture, but done very nicely. 08459 455 555. And if you want to find out more about Headway, whether it's the South Beds branch or whether it's somewhere nearer to where you are, please do give us a call on 01582 441111. That's 3 Counties Actions number, and they'll be more than happy to help you out.